Hey, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. All right. Please take the time if you can and just like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And if you would like to show support to the channel, you can always send a tip to the Cashapp, Venmo, or PayPal, all at the bottom of the screen. Yesterday, we went 2 wins with MLB, and we had one push, putting us on a record of 10-2 in MLB over the last 3 days with also 2 pushes. So we're on a very, very, very nice run with MLB. Basketball, NBA has been tricky, as most of you know. You got teams taking out star players for the whole fourth quarter, half of the third quarter. Players now this you can't really stop. Somebody gets hurt and miss a quarter and come back. It's just been it was the end of the season and they're going into playoff mode. It's a little rough. So I'm a kind of tighten it up a little bit with the basketball bets, but MLB. There's been a lot of love lately. We've been doing real good. So we're going to start off with the MLB. And today we have 2 MLB picks. And the first one, we're going to go with the Royals over 4.5 runs. All right. Michael Fulmer in his career has an ERA of 4.96 versus the Royals. Detroit is also in the bottom tier in opponent runs allowed per game. And the Royals over the past 3 games are averaging almost 6 runs per game. I like with the pitcher that the Tigers have on the mound today. I like the Royals to have a pretty good offensive game and get 5 or more runs. So we're going to take the Royals over 4.5 runs. All right, the second bet, we're going to look at the Houston Astros also over 4.5 runs. Dylan Bundy in his career has an ERA of 4.25 versus the Astros. Houston is number 2 in the MLB in team runs per game, and the Angels give up the most runs in the league. So just looking at this, looking at the pitcher and looking at the bullpen for the Angels, looking at how well Houston is swinging the bat, I have to go with Astros over 4.5 runs. I mean, you could even take the over for the game if you wanted to, but the juice was a little bit better with the Astros over 4.5 runs, and I felt more confident with that, so I rolled with that one. All right, now going on to some NBA. Today I'm going with 2 NBA bets, the 2 that I feel the most comfortable with. And the first one we're going to look at is Stephen Curry over 33.5 points versus the Kings. His last 3 matchups against the Kings, he put up 30, 36, and 42. The Kings, as the theme of the season has been, the Kings give up some of the most points to opponents, right? Them in Washington for probably the last month have been switching places between 29th and 30th of opponent points allowed. It just depends on who played the day before and who didn't. And the Kings actually are one of the teams that give up the most points to point guards. I mean, you have a Stephen Curry who will have the opportunity to get the most shots on the team. He'll have the opportunity to score a lot of points. Friday, they took him out of the game in the first quarter due to a foot injury. They're in a spot right now where every game is valuable, every game is precious. To get into that play in game, they can't take any chances and let any game slip. Even though De'Aaron Fox they're saying he shouldn't play, I still don't think they want to take that chance. And I still feel like the Kings, the way that they play the game, you still got Hield, Halliburton, you still have capable guys that will be able to put up points to make up for the loss. Harrison Barnes of De'Aaron Fox if he doesn't play. So Steph Curry is still going to have to lead that offense. And so I like it over 33.5. All right, now we're going to go to a bet that we took earlier this week actually Friday, I should say. Grizzlies versus Trailblazers over 235.5 for the game. Memphis on the season have a 69% of their away games going over. Blazers are top 10 in scoring, and Memphis are averaging 124 over their past 3 games and also are giving up 128 over their past 3 games. Portland is at the bottom of the league. They're in the bottom tier of opponent points allowed. The first game that they played went over, quite a bit over. And with all of this information, I see no reason that we don't see a repeat of Friday, a high scoring game. All right. So that does it for Sunday's picks. 2 ones that I would like to mention that you can take a look at. I didn't see any lines for them as of when I recorded this video. So I just kind of let them stay out of the picks today. But CJ McCollum against Memphis, that could be something you might want to look at, his individual points. And Drew Holiday against the Hawks. That might also be something you want to take a look at. But happy betting, good luck, and most importantly, never bet more than you can afford to lose. And I'll see you soon.